North Korea, a brutal dictatorship, 25 million people, all living under the unblinking eye of the state, infamous for its nuclear ambition and human rights abuses. Today, I'll be one of the first foreigners to set foot in Pyongyang, North Korea's capital, in over 5 years. Having spent many years in China, I've experienced firsthand how legacy media narratives can twist and distort.
The views of these YouTubers in sync with the Chinese government. Let's listen to what Ollie said.
It's just blatantly not true. After being targeted in a smear campaign myself, I've learned to question everything I'm told, so I came here to see it with my own eyes. This is a rare and fleeting look inside the most secretive nation on earth. What we're about to witness, both the staged and the unscripted, may challenge everything I thought I knew. Welcome to North Korea. Hello from Beijing, China. Tomorrow, I will be flying out of Beijing Airport on Korea's national airline. I really can't believe I'm doing this. This is totally out of my depth. I have no idea what to expect, but I'm going to bring you along with me every step of the way. And we're going to find out what North Korea is like together. It's now just hours before setting foot in the most secretive country on earth. I figured it was finally time to let my family know exactly where I was going. I'm going to North Korea.
Going to North Korea? Oh my God. Why? You're going to Korea? Why? Oh my God, he's going to North Korea. Oh God. Oh, that's a bad country. Just open the ground and put me in, because that's where I'm heading.
And with that out of the way, it's time to board the flight. All right, it's time to board with all these other freaks that want to go to North Korea. I mean that in a good way. Going to film content, of course I brought my camera with me, but unfortunately I was immediately met with resistance. Oh, okay. Seems they don't want us to film on the plane, for whatever reason.
I was like filming on the way in, like they all moved out of the way.
You're going to 75% done now. 70?
Oh, 4D.
Where are you?
4D.
4D? Oh, further road.
Oh, I'm right at the front. Luckily, I've got a little bit of room to stick my leg out here. Business class seemed to be filled with very professional and serious looking North Koreans, which piqued my intrigue. But I was sat next to a Chinese couple who were very lovely.
You will find the safety instruction.
去朝鲜干嘛？
跑马拉松，如果我们不跑，就不能来。
对呀，就是你不跑不能有 visa。
对。This group of foreigners heading to North Korea are not officially tourists. We're actually a part of the Amateur Athletics Association. I mean, clearly. Because we're going to be taking part in the Pyongyang Marathon. That was the only way, as of current, to get into the country. By the way, if you want to get your hands on one of these newspapers and some other cool stuff from North Korea, watch out for the giveaway later in the video. Air Koryo itself wasn't too bad. We had some processed foods. We had a lovely biscuit in there, which is, of course, what I went for first. Quite a shaky takeoff, I will say, but overall, not too shabby. What was kind of strange, on our arrival card entering into the country, we had to write down each and every electronic we were taking in. Goodbye. We're in North Korea, man. Small airport, understandably. I'm going to try my very hardest to delete all of my preconceptions that the media has given me about this place and just see it for what it is. We've just gone through customs. I was quite nervous, to be honest, because they took my camera off me. Right after coming off the plane, I made a bit of a stupid mistake. These guys marching over, they took my camera off me, they sprayed it, they inspected it. However, to be fair, they gave it right back and they were very respectful. They took your camera off you?
Yeah. Both. I was worried that they were gonna not allow it in because they thought it was like a spy camera, but so far the the air hostess were fucking strict in the
I know.
military.
Completely
No, they
out
were
of the
nice.
ordinary, just
no, they were
very
friendly.
respectful,
They were like,
right?
have a good day.
It's rather interesting. There are lots of German, Japanese, even Chinese cars here at the airport. I'm not going to focus on them too much because there's also a lot of, staff and personnel around, so I don't want to give them a weird vibe. But our tour guide, his name is Beck, super friendly and a big football fan, so we've already bonded over that. I keep forgetting that we're actually technically not tourists, we're athletes. So here we are together with all these professional athletes.
I did not believe this, man.
Ready to run a goddamn marathon. Having a social epidemic of being glued to our screens, it was bizarre being completely isolated. No 4G, no Wi-Fi, no checking my socials to see what every man and his dog is up to. And as we drove into the city of Pyongyang, it really hit me. This is already so different to what I was expecting. Imagine having no information from the outside world and every message you do see coming directly from the States.
It's a local made one. It's not Samsung, it's not Sony, it's a local brand called Sindale. And we have like an intranet. So, and on the phone we can of course also see the TV and newspaper, and online shopping is also one of the growing industry nowadays.
Pretty fascinating, right? But the difference is any and all online activity here is obviously within their closed garden, controlled, censored, and heavily monitored. This is the reason I don't even leave my house without using a VPN. NordVPN encrypts everything you do online, meaning nobody can watch over your shoulder. That's whether you're in a censored country like here or just using the sketchy airport Wi-Fi back home. You can switch your location to almost anywhere in the world, meaning you never miss out on that banging new Netflix show. I've managed to secure an exclusive deal, so by clicking the link down in the description, not only are you going to get 4 months extra on a 2-year plan, but it also comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So it's completely risk-free. Stay safe out there, even if you're not in North Korea. On that note, thank you to NordVPN for sponsoring this portion of the video. Let's get back to exploring Pyongyang after 5 years of isolation. Already this city is completely different to what I had envisaged. I think it goes without saying that as foreigners coming to North Korea, we have a carefully curated experience, likely only being shown the very best areas of the country. But honestly, Pyongyang itself had already broken my preconceptions. It's clean, orderly, and quite modern. At this point, early into our trip, I was starting to question anything and everything I'd been told about this place. It just looks quite similar to everywhere else. Saying that, in a bizarre twist, we were told that this hotel was completed 20 years ago, but the interior is still not finished. So our guide says there are not many private cars here in North Korea. Pretty much everyone is using public transport or, their own mode of transport, like a bike. But public transport is very cheap. 9,000 won is $1, and it's between 100 to 500 won per time, depending on which mode of transport you use. I have a feeling this is going to be quite the learning experience. Officially regarded as the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, just being in these borders, you have to abide by some very specific and peculiar rules.
During your stay, you can have chance to buy some magazines, newspapers, and books, and many of them might have the pictures of our leaders, the portraits of our leaders. So we really respect them from the bottom of our hearts. So please do not trample, tear, or throw them away in the rubbish bin. It can offend the local people's feeling, and you can get misunderstood about it.
Wow, this is our hotel.
I've been to every country in the world, and I can truly say I've never been more shocked than I am in this moment right now of how nice this city is driving through.
I'm going to remember that bus journey for the rest of my goddamn life. How's that? What experience?
Not bad. Actually, I'm super impressed.
I know. I'm just like, wow. Yeah, I don't have many words.
Hello, guys.
I've had that. All right, here we are in our oh so grandiose hotel. So, in a nutshell, we just drove through the capital city for like 20, 30 minutes. And it was not just a small inner circle that looked good. The whole city was impressive. But, you know, that's all we've seen so far. Can't speak to the rest of the country, can't speak to many of the places and what they're like inside. But yeah, that's where we're at. After checking in what seemed like a gazillion people, it was time to finally see our hotel room. Oh, there we are. Hello, mate. Here is our abode for the next 5 days.
Yes, sir.
Lovely stuff.
I have great news for you.
Which is?
We have a balcony and we have a view. It's actually sick.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Check it out.
Oh, yes. Wow.
That is surreal, right? Like
That is so sick.
You have a view on Pyongyang. It's actually mental.
Wow.
Bro, I'm happy to be here right now.
I have no idea if you can see because it's quite dark, but there are lots of cars on the road right now. I can see probably 20 to 30 right in front of me. I was led to believe from the media that there are basically no cars here. But I'm seeing Volkswagens, I'm seeing Audis, Chinese cars, Japanese cars. There's got to be some regular people. Yeah, they're probably a part of some of the elites, but I don't know, man. They can't all be government officials, can they? And look, the whole city is lit up. The guide said today, you'll probably end up leaving here with more questions. I can definitely see how that's becoming a reality. This is actually way better than I was expecting. This is nice. Look at this. Let's have a look at the toilet. Okay.
My new toys.
Yeah, Leon over here has bought. Couldn't wait.
Someone in the elevator looked at this earlier and was like, "Oh, how old's your son?"
No way. Nah, this one's for me, buddy.
The son, he's like, "It's for you," and I was like,
Leon is introducing us to the Holy Bible. Honestly, this was a pretty risky joke because at this point we were skeptical that possibly the room could be bugged, and the strictest rule we were told coming into this country, we couldn't even have a single word referencing to any religion that we have been given.
Kim Jong-un aphorisms number 1: nothing is more precious than peace. I mean, wise words, but it is not something that can be achieved if one simply craves or begs for it. Gotta fight for it.
Oh, let's see what we can watch on TV.
So true.
It's not working. Oh, you can put a CD in the side of the TV. Oh, insert card for service.
Alright.
Is this for the TV?
Don't worry about it. Okay, I'm kind of excited. I haven't been like this excited to watch regular TV in a long time.
Oh, nice.
Give me more than that, please.
We'll get back to you. Oh, all right, checking out. We'll catch you in the morning. Good morning, Pyongyang. Oh, that is brisk. Wow. There's still a layer of fog engulfing the entire city. Anyway, day 1 in bright sunny Pyongyang. Let's find out what it's like together, shall we? Okay, I've just come back upstairs because breakfast is free in the hotel. However, you have to pay $3 if you want a coffee. So, luckily, I prepared for the occasion. So I've come back up to the hotel room to try to use our kettle. There's no plug around this area, no big deal. So, first of all, let's take it down here. And then I was like, oh, okay, one of the pins is bent. And that's because it's a 2-pinner. So they've obviously done that so you can fit it in the wall. Interesting, to say the least. Our first stop today is possibly the most holy place in the entire country, or at least it is in this city. And that's going to be the enormous bronze statues of the leaders. We've been told when we go up, we must pay our respects. So we shall be doing that. Seems there are a lot of school trips, college students perhaps coming to pay their respects to the DPRK leaders. And you can see there's many stores all selling flowers around where people will take them and put them at their feet. If there's one place in the entire world that you don't want to mess around, that would be here. This here was a little uncomfortable. After we all lined up to pay our respects, the guides asked the people who bought flowers to go up first, whilst the remaining 4 or 5 of us stood and watched. Well, that was fascinating. I had chosen not to purchase flowers, kind of singled us out, to be honest. Hopefully I don't have any bad omens from now. Can I ask, how often do you think like locals would come here?
Maybe 6 times a year.
Okay, quite often.
On the national holiday, we
okay.
number.
So it'll be very busy here.
So many different kind to show the respect.
I'm a little bit out of my comfort zone here. If you've seen this channel before, you know I usually do quite raw, authentic travel vlogs. Here, we're in a tour group with like 20 of us being ferried around from place to place with kind of exhibition-like speeches about each location.
Comrade Kim Il-sung created the immortal Juche idea and applied it to the revolutionary construction.
If you notice that I'm around a bunch of people, because as you may or may not know, you cannot come to the DPRK without being a part of a chaperoned tour group. I'm more interested in what's going on over there. I want to go and speak to people on the streets. I want to ask people what they're up to, what they're doing with their day, what challenges they face in life. I don't think we're going to have quite that opportunity. Sorry, I missed a little bit what you said about the letters. What does it? Juche. And what does that mean again?
Juche means Juche idea.
It means man is the master of his destiny,
Okay.
of his life. Man shouldn't depend on others.
A
We're
70
at the
tier
tallest tower
solid granite
in Pyongyang.
structure. The Tower of Juche idea, which I'm just learning about now. As always, we swiftly moved on to the next location. But here, this is where I noticed all of our guides actually are wearing a pin of the 2 late supreme leaders. May I ask, do you know if it's possible for us to purchase one of these badges?
So, for foreigners, it's not allowed. It's not for purchase.
You got given
yes,
it.
I take it as a prize.
So it's a badge of honor.
Yeah.
That is the first time I've seen somebody using a phone here. We were told that they have multiple different domestic mobile brands, none of which I know the name of, unfortunately. What's a couple of brands of phones in DPRK?
Miss Hong's smartphone, 진달래. 진달래. And 푸른 하늘. And so many, about 20 kinds of brands.
And who has phones? Do a lot of people have phones?
Yeah. Most of us have phones.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You mean this one?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, like smartphone.
Is it okay if I have a look? I don't want to look inside your phone. just the outside.
Just the outside.
Is that okay? Whoa, cool. It's got a camera. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm onto something here, but we were told by our guide that the domestic smartphone industry started coming up with a lot of new brands during COVID. To me, something didn't quite add up. So I started asking the guides to see their phones. As I said at the start of the video, I've spent a lot of time in China, and to be honest, these phones look like carbon copies of those. You can make your own minds up about that one. Yeah, it's nice.
normal fun.
And is this you have to buy this yourself, or would this be gifted from the state?
Gift from the state or gift from the parents.
Oh, cool.
And gift from the friends.
Nice. You have social media app or something like this?
No internet, but
No.
of course, with our home people, with our local people, we can make communications. We have our own meter, you know.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
We have our own.
We had lunch with a beer and then we were treated to a little outdoor excursion, and all we had to do was ask. Our man over here is taking us on a little walkabouts. This is not part of the itinerary, so this is good. And
especially when you're wearing the right clothing.
exactly. You've got all the memorabilia. Is that the right word? They're all going to the metro? Is this the metro?
No. Just the underpass.
Oh, right. Would you be able to cross the road or no?
Of course, we can.
Oh yeah, I see them running across the road.
Rascals.
Rascal. Can you tell me what this says?
Let us strengthen the unity of the party and revolutionary ranks.
This is Kang, one of our local guides. He's 27, just like me. We ended up having a lot in common. Initially going to North Korea, I thought that the guides would be very calculated in what they said. This turned out not to be the case, because once we'd gained their trust, seemingly they were open to talk about anything, and honestly, okay, almost anything. And it really made me realize that everybody has their own version of the truth. On average, how many children do families usually have?
Maybe 2 or 3. For the past 2 or 3 decades, they only have 1. Now the country is encouraging the population.
Do parents get any incentive from the government to have more children?
Yeah. The new streets, for example, the new houses are given to people who have more children than others.
I was just waving in the back. Kang, can I ask what are these places?
They're all restaurants. Yeah,
Oh, they're restaurants.
and bulgogis. Yeah.
I haven't noticed like a supermarket or place to buy like fresh food. Is there supermarkets around?
Fresh food.
Where do you go to buy food?
We buy food at the shops.
Maybe we will see one
Yeah.
later or
Yeah.
tomorrow or something. Thank you for taking us. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the Kim Il-sung Square. Behind me, Kim Jong-un would stand up there making a speech. Wow. Oh my God, my camera's fallen again. Oh, you've probably seen this place on the news before, where there are mass parades. The numbers on the floor here are markings for those dances. Possibly some military showboating happens here from time to time. This really reminds me of Tiananmen Square in Beijing. There are some similarities actually between North Korea and China, I'm starting to notice, culturally, in the rules, but they are far less similar than probably what a lot of the Westerners in the world are led to believe. China feels like the freest country in the world compared to here. We just had a very peculiar interaction with one of our guides, where one of our people in our group was not with us. He was, not on the bus when everyone else was, and one of the guides seemed to let his frustration out on us. He said, "Why are you not all together? Why is he not here? Like, you need to stick together. You need to listen to your guide." And the only person who really needed to hear that was the guy who was off on his own. That was a bit weird, but of course we nodded along. Yes, sir. Would you mind just saying that again? Because that's very interesting. I would like to hear.
This is narrow, so we are going to move wide and wide.
So these buildings are going to be demolished.
Beautiful building. I think in 4 or 5 years, they are going to move in Hwasan Street.
Wow. So the dances and the parades can be bigger.
Be bigger. Yeah.
Right now, how many people would come to dance here?
0.1 billion.
Okay. Kang, have you come here and seen a speech before?
Yeah.
Really?
Many times.
Many times?
Yeah, many
wow,
times.
wow.
It's great honor.
Is it a very exciting time for
Yeah,
people?
very exciting time.
Would you mind taking a photo of me? Okay, let's go. Kapska. Off to the next one. Hello. Is it okay to have a look? Like just a quick look? Or no?
Maybe later.
Maybe later. Okay, all right. The next stop on our tour, we were fortunate enough to buy some things from a souvenir store. And the stuff we found in there, oh my word. I'm going to wear this next time I go to the US, I think. These are hand-painted posters by locals, which ended up being so sought after, caused a bit of a scuffle. I did pick it up.
Pick it up.
Fucked off.
It's his.
I
saw him pick it up. It was right there.
I literally...
He was right there.
Oh, have you really?
Yeah.
Have you really?
Yeah,
oh, okay, okay.
No, it was, he just
If so-
picked it up.
15 minutes.
I'm kidding.
Okay, sorry. Okay. I actually thought I did.
I'm just debating, like, if I get caught with this,
You should give
what
it
are
to
the
us.
consequences?
Have you got a poster like this in your room?
Yes,
Honestly, I was quite taken aback by the two guides' reactions to this poster. So much so that I asked him, how does it make people feel when they roll those missiles on into the parades? He turned and said to me, oh, we feel extremely proud and excited. In this souvenir shop, we were fortunate enough to pick up some very interesting things, let's say. We got some very tasteful postcards. We've got 3 books of the Kim Jong-un aphorisms with Kim's best quotes. And we've also got a couple of Pyongyang Times newspapers. And the creme de la creme, in my opinion at least, is the North Korean money. Now this one, you will not be able to get your hands on this unless you pay a visit. I'm going to be giving these away after the series has concluded. And all you have to do to enter is drop a like on this video, follow me over on Instagram, and drop a comment on the post for the giveaway. Thank you. What do you think locals feel about us walking around? What do you think they think?
First, they don't get used to.
Yeah.
They feel exotic ones.
Right.
Strangers, yeah.
Aliens.
Yes, aliens. Little by little, they get used to it. But from 2020, we blocked all the borders. So for the past 5 years, no Westerners at all. People will get used to aliens again.
Sure. Kang has spotted us running away. He's come to grab us. No. I'm just kidding.
Actually, you look around.
I'm kidding.
You look around.
Thank you, because we did not know it was here. We were about to go over there.
We thought it was closed.
Wow, this is a interesting coffee shop. Oh wow. You would not expect to see a Starbucks poster in North Korea, would you?
Really?
You're joking?
Oh, $7? $7 for a cup?
This is something that just blew our minds. We're sat here in Pyongyang, North Korea, shooting the shit with our guides, and they're just totally open and talking to us about absolutely anything. What a time to be alive. When it comes to paying for things here in the DPRK, they use multiple currencies. We've all been told to bring either USD, euros, or renminbi. No matter which one you're paying, they will refund the change in that currency. It's our first evening here in North Korea, and it's a Friday night, so you know what that means. They were driving us to a bar. This bar was located on Hwasong 17th Street, which just so happens to be the name of their new intercontinental ballistic missile. This street was finished in the past year or so and has never been seen by Western tourists. It's a part of the DPRK's campaign to build 10,000 houses annually. Now, I'm not making any accusations here, but it looks eerily similar to any new built area I've been to in China. This is a brand new bar. Hello, are you excited? This guy, we thought it was just another one of the guides, but he would seem to appear and disappear at random times. We didn't think much of it. At the end of the trip, when we found out who this guy is, it blew our minds. Subscribe so you don't miss that story in the next video. Brand new bar with these huge beer bottles erecting the roof here. Wow. And we're gonna try some North Korean beer. I thought you was giving a handshake. I was getting ready for it. Oh, they got Birra Moretti. Oh, that's my favorite. Wow, okay, I thought it was just gonna be North Korean beers, but we got German beers. I don't know, a lot of other countries' beers. What the hell, man? This is really plush. I mean, I'm sure this kind of place is not for everybody. I'm very aware of that. Just feeling very fortunate and grateful. But I'm going to enjoy it. Paid a lot of money to be here, so I'm not going to feel bad about it. So this guy is the dprk sports minister, and he saw that I was interested in playing pool, so he challenged me. Little did he know, I ain't just a guy who puts a couple videos together. Almost, almost. Good game, good game, good game. 3-0, and with an inflated ego, it was about time to try the North Korean beer. First time drinking North Korean beer. Oh wow, not sure about that pour though. There's about 6 inches of head on it. What a surreal experience, honestly. I've learned a lot about this country. Watching this back for me is even hilarious. I thought I'd understood a bunch about this country. Little did I know, the propaganda was kind of working on me. My perspective on this country is going to evolve like a roller coaster over this series. So make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on this. On this. And on this. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.